Well, it looks like Kim Zolciak's trying to sell a bunch of her Christmas trees in the neighborhood. If you want, I mean, they're enormous and they're fully decorated. So I'm
As
sure.
is, you got to pick them up, no delivery.
Yeah, well, of course. What is she going to do? Rent a U-Haul and deliver them to your house? She's
No,
not
you got to
doing
schlep it out of there.
anything. So 3 trees, one 6-foot, 8-foot, and a 12-foot tree, all for $4,500. All 3 trees. So if you have a big
Seems
mansion,
like a bargain.
Hey, just
Who would
go
pay
over there.
I mean, I guess I don't know what the going price is on trees, but I ain't spending $4,500 on no tree, especially one grubby tree that's been up in their business.
Yeah, that tree knows a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. There's probably
Shake it.
Croy is probably in one of them trees.
Shake it and Croy might fall out.
I'd be careful. There might be a body in there.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, do you have any blind items, Mike?
I certainly do have some blind items. You guys ready to do it?
Yeah.
Let us get it started right here. This foreign-born former A-list singer is loving his new low profile, but his label wasn't quite expecting the first week of album sales to be this awful. This is going to be a problem, and he'll likely need to pivot again. So we've got a foreign-born former A-list singer is loving his new profile, on his new low profile. Unfortunately, though, the label was not expecting this first week of album sales to be this terrible. This will be a problem, and he'll likely have to pivot again.
Is this like a Mr. Mendez?
You're darn right it is, yes.
Oh.
Nice, easy one to start things off on this Monday. But according to the blind item, Shawn Mendes is loving the fact he's got a little bit of a lower profile. Maybe we're not seeing him quite as much.
Yeah,
he's
not out and about.
executing that Camilla Cabello publicationship to the way he used to. But his label was not expecting the first week of album sales to be this terrible. This is likely going to be a problem, and we'll see if he tries to pivot again.
I mean, good luck to him. I don't know, who the audience is. I'm sure there are tons and tons and tons of fans out there, and there's probably some great music, but I just feel like it seems like maybe the shine is off his star a little bit.
He needs to have a duet career with Charlie Puth. I think they're both super talented, and together they would definitely draw some attention. Probably 2 different record labels, though.
Mm-hmm.
I just think people should do that more, not just, hey, on this one song I'm featuring this other person, but get together. Make a whole album together.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sure. Why not?
Hall & Oates.
Yes.
Puth and Mendes.
Puth and Mendes. I don't know. The name Puth.
Mendez and Puth?
Hard to
Does that make it better?
Maybe Mendes and Puth.
Yeah. That sounds more like a law firm, though.
Or Pendez.
I'm Mendes and Puth. No, it could be like Mendes and Puth and Puth.
There you go.
Or Mendes, Puth and Puth.
and Puth.
Puth, Puth, and Puth.
I think they just need to redo some Hall & Oates albums. Like that.
Oh my
I'd listen to that in a
gosh.
heartbeat.
Did
That
you
would
listen
be
to his
amazing.
latest album,
I've not.
Puth and
Unfortunately.
Boots?
No. You mean Mendez or Puth and Boots?
Puth and Boots.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just him and Boots.
Bootsy Collins. Okay.
There you go. That's the first blind item. Like I said, you guys crushed it.
Thank you. We're very proud.
Not as proud as I am of you.
Oh.
Just wait.
Possible.
Don't worry. The day is young.
All right, let's see how this one goes. This foreign-born A/A- list actor is supposedly dating a singer. Why don't you tell that to the college student he hooked up with last week?
Oh, no.
This A/A- list actor is supposedly dating a singer. Why don't you tell that to the college student he hooked up with last week?
Okay. So a foreign-born AA- list actor. Is he a movie actor?
He is a movie actor.
And the singer, she's an American singer lady?
She is an American singer lady.
American singer.
I didn't give you many details on her, but she is definitely on the list as well. She's probably like a B-plus list singer.
She a Nepo baby?
Yeah, actually she is.
Oh.
Is it Paul Mezcal?
Yeah,
We're talking
actually
about
it
Gracie
is.
Abrams that he's supposed to be dating.
Oh.
Nicely done. Paul Mezcal, of course, the star of Gladiator 2, is supposedly dating Gracie Abrams, daughter of J.J. Abrams. Well, why don't you tell it to the college student he hooked up with last week,
Ugh,
according to the blind items.
Okay.
gross.
Yeah, because the blind items know that him and a college student hooked up. Like, what did the college student call
Probably.
the blinds and say, hey?
She probably I don't know, posted it somewhere and said,
Oh,
hey, guess
could've
what I
been,
was
yeah.
just
Maybe she
doing?
took a
Look
picture of
whose
his
bed I
foot.
woke up in.
Yeah, his foot hanging out of the sheets
Yep.
or something,
His foot.
or their feet together.
Oh,
It could happen.
it's cute.
I just feel like if you're a college student, you're not really, well, I mean, unless you're looking for attention, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think whenever you're a college student, you'd hook up with Paul Mezcal, whether or not he was dating someone else. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
just
it
saying I
wouldn't
wouldn't
stop
be
you.
telling tabloids. I'd be
Yeah.
like telling my besties, but I
Yeah.
guess maybe my besties would then be telling tabloids.
Yeah, and you're just waiting for him to call again, and he never will.
Yeah. And then you get sad and you write a song about it and you get your own career.
Wow.
And then he wants to date you because you're better than Joan Abrams or whatever that lady's name is.
Gracie.
Gracie.
You sure laid it out perfectly. Nicely done. You got it all figured out.
Maybe that's my life.
Let's do another blind item here.
Okay.
Let's keep rolling it on this Monday. We are going to head over to this one. This A-minus list TV and movie actor, but biggest success on TV, has been cheating on his longtime girlfriend. They have said in the past that they consider themselves married, so this could get ugly, just like his last divorce. This A-minus list TV and movie actor, but biggest success on TV, has been cheating on his longtime girlfriend. They have said in the past they consider themselves married, so this could get ugly, just like his first and former divorce.
Only the financials won't be as ugly because they're
True.
not married.
David Harbour?
Nope.
Okay.
A-list TV movie, mostly TV actors. So TV's where he got famous.
TV was the biggest role. I would say yes, that's where he got the most fame from, but he's done a little bit of both. But
Okay.
there's one specific TV role that really shot
Launched
him
his
to career.
career. And
And I wouldn't get too hung up on the significant others. I don't believe you would, off of just name, know the ex-wife, and I don't think just off of name you would know the girlfriend. So
Okay.
again, we're focused on this A-minus list actor from TVs and movies, but his biggest success was on the television side.
and they've been together for a while.
They have been together for a very long time,
Okay.
like 20
'Cause
years.
I was thinking like Hamaconda, but it's not.
in Hollywood, 20 years is a
That's a
lifetime.
long, well, in life.
Well,
20
that's
years
true.
is a long time.
So this is somebody who had a show in the 2000s, early 2000s?
Not early 2000s, but late 2000s
okay.
into the mid 2010s.
2020s. Okay. 2010s.
Show was big from the late aughts to the mid teens.
Streamer?
It was not a streamer.
It's not a streamer.
Network TV show.
I don't think definitely not. I don't, no, not a network TV show.
Cable show?
It's a cable show.
Sopranos?
Nope.
So like an FX.
In fact, exactly like an FX.
Oh.
Okay, well then it's not. It's not a Ryan Murphy experience.
Not a Ryan Murphy experience.
Justified? Like Timothy Oliphant?
Good show, not the right answer.
Okay. FX shows. Gosh.
But he went on to do movies.
He's done movies and yeah, a
Okay.
little mix of everything.
Oh.
And is the show about drugs?
There's drug elements, sure.
But it's
not
not specifically.
Not specifically about
Okay.
drugs.
All right. Is it like a murder mystery? Like cop?
There is murder.
Okay.
There's
So
mysteries
murder,
around the
there's
murder,
drugs.
Okay. Mysterious murders.
but not necessarily. That's not necessarily the key element.
Okay.
It's just sort of the background.
There is one very specific way you would describe the show. But everything you're talking about was in this
It's
show.
not horror.
No.
It's not a
Is it
comedy.
a vampire show?
Nope.
Like Vampire Diaries or
Nope.
True Blood?
There's
Now,
not.
I will say, you asked the question earlier, is it a Ryan Murphy experience?
Oh.
It was not, but a future role with this individual will be a Ryan Murphy experience.
Oh.
Oh. So
future
he's going to be in American Horror Story or American Crime Story? Or he's going to be in the other Ryan Murphy project.
You mean one of the other five?
Yeah.
Yep.
6?
There's so many.
And it's not Dr. Odyssey. You can skip that one.
Is that a Ryan Murphy show?
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy. That's a mistake.
Not surprising at all, based on Ryan Murphy's track record.
Okay, let's see here. What could this be?
It's Feuds.
It's the other big Ryan Murphy project we talked about.
Law and Crime, Justice and Order, America.
Your
Crime,
kind of-
Justice, American Crime Story.
Nope, but there's
Justice.
another one he's got.
Yeah, it's
It
like
focuses on a certain type of people.
Oh.
American lawyer people,
No,
criminals,
the people who American lawyer people try to defend.
defendants, criminal minds of the
Crime story.
Ryan Murphy.
Type of people that commit a crime repeatedly.
Felons.
Oh, repeat offenders. What do they call them when you come back to jail? Recidivists? Recidivism?
What? Recidivism.
Oh my God.
These are killers of a repeat nature.
Serial killers.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
What's the show about serial killers?
It's called Ryan Murphy's Serial Killers.
Ryan.
Literally, probably the most talked about movie show we've
Serial.
talked about the last couple of months.
Serial.
No.
Ryan Murphy's Serial Killer Express.
Oh my God.
We talked
And
about
is it about a certain serial killer, like specifically?
this one is.
It will be.
The current one is about a pair of serial killers.
Oh, because
Or
the,
a pair of
the
killers,
Jeffrey
I guess.
Dahmer one.
There
What
you
was
go.
that?
What's that called?
What was
That's
that called, Don?
called-
You watched it.
It's called.
American
Watch out for these guys.
Tragedy. American
Sometimes they
Killer.
hide in your closet or under your bed.
Night.
Oh.
Boogeyman. American Boogie.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Boogie Nights.
Show's called Monsters.
Oh!
And of course, we had one about Dahmer. The most recent one is about Lyle and Eric Menendez.
Eric Menendez.
Oh yeah.
You guys know what the next one's about and who's in it? Because that's this
Gein.
guy. Yes. It's Ed
And-
Gein. Who's playing Ed Gein?
Ed Gein is played by.
Somebody.
Yep.
A guy who was on an FX show
Yep.
that had a ton of success from 2008 to 2014.
But it's not. It's
Really
not.
get your motor running, this show does.
Get your motor running.
It's not the meth show.
Highway. Breaking Bad.
No.
No.
Really get your motors running.
Motor trend.
Engine number 9.
Motors and
Motors.
engines.
Motors, engines, cars.
There's motors,
Jay Leno.
wheels.
Jay Leno is doing Ed Gein.
There's motors and wheels.
Motors.
Otto
wheels,
von Bismarck.
Motorhead.
Motor City.
Motors.
Cycle. Motors.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy. Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam is too
We
hot.
got there, kids.
He's too hot to be at
Even though we-
Gein or Gine, whatever it
Gein.
is. Gein.
It's Gein.
Yeah.
And he's not, because if you ever want to be sexually attracted to Ed Gein, see the new images that we've got from the
no.
Monster season
Okay,
3.
a statement I've never
guys,
even contemplated in my brain.
I said he's
if
got.
you've ever wanted to be sexually attracted to
Just
serial killer.
Google the image.
Okay.
Google Charlie Hunnam and in Monsters, and you are going to see what I call Mr. Rogers hot.
Oh, okay.
He kind of has that like
Nerd hot?
Mr. Rogers vibe to him, and I don't know. I thought he
Okay.
looked creepy because I know all the stories about Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Others
Yeah,
told me
of
he's
course.
still pretty hot.
Oh my god.
So.
What? I mean,
Let's
this
fill in the
isn't
blind item
like-
on this one because I think we've missed that part. While you guys are looking up the picture, let me go ahead and say that this A-list TV and movie actor who had his biggest success, of course, on Sons of Anarchy, has been cheating on his longtime girlfriend. They have said in the past that they consider themselves married, so this could get ugly, just like his first divorce.
I would encourage people to Google because despite the hot factor of Charlie Hunnam, the eyes, there is a disturbing similarity between the eyes of Ed Gein and Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
was
here it
obviously
is.
some good casting on the
Great
part of-
casting. Yeah, I loved it. I mean, it looks fascinating.
I mean, even
So why Ryan got Murphy? It's got to like make everything like sexy.
yeah. I mean, if I saw that guy, I'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing next year?"
Next
Like-
year, why gotta
Hanging
wait till
I,
bodies.
next
I
year?
need to spend, I don't know, more than like, just some time. Just want to see
whole
what's up,
year.
you know?
Hanging bodies in a shed. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, what? And
Isn't he the one who kept things in a box?
he skinned people, made them
Yeah.
into lamps. He did all that kind of stuff.
He was very hunting and inspired. So
Had a big old, if you go to the Haunted Museum of Zach Bagans in
But you're going to say Zac Efron. I was like, he's got a haunted museum?
no, no, of in Las Vegas. He has his cauldron in that museum.
Yikes.
And they recreated the barn where he did everything. And in there is the real cauldron that Ed used to
Okay.
do some
Great.
stuff.
Seen next year on Monsters Season 3.
Okay, I'll be watching.
Right.
The
Murphy's
Adventures
got-
of Ed Gein.
He's got a lot going
He
on.
does. Juggling a
Good
lot
luck
of
to
balls.
him. Well, I'm glad we got there because I was going to say we were just about to Sourball territory.
Almost.
I was going to have to go get you at Sourball.
Why me?
The two of
Just
us.
me? Oh, yeah.
If you'll remember correctly,
That's right. We promised to do sour balls if we're
when our
really
blinds
bad.
run too long,
Yeah.
we have the world's sourest sour ball as punishment. But we didn't have to do that today, thank God.
Thank you.
We'll see. You said today.
You never know.
We still got more blinds to go through. This one I don't think should be that big of an issue, but we'll find out. The streamer agreed to do the show because they're trying to milk every bit of draw this A-list couple has left. They were woefully disappointed, though, as the former A++ lister was barely even in the show. So a streamer has agreed to do a show to try to milk the very little bit of draw this A-list couple still has left. They are woefully disappointed, though, because the show dropped and this former A++ lister was barely seen.
The
show
A++ lister is not connected to the A-list couple. Are they like,
Former A++ lister is a part of the A-list couple.
Oh, okay.
oh,
But only one of them appeared.
Only one of them was
For
expected
the
to
most.
appear, and
Okay.
they were woefully disappointed on how little they appeared.
It's not Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, it is.
oh.
Oh, something dropped on Netflix for Harry and Meghan?
Oh, yeah, he's got don't they have a new documentary?
Polo.
Oh, yes. It was mostly about their friend, right?
Yeah, not at all about Harry. Like,
Yeah.
apparently, according to this, the streamer, which is,
Netflix?
was told it was going to be far more
Nacho,
Harry
what's his
forward.
name? Figueroa?
Yes.
Or
That's
Nacho
right.
something.
Yeah. According to the blind item, the streamer, Netflix, agreed to do the show because they're trying to milk every little bit of draw that Harry and Meghan still have left. The very little bit, as the blind wanted to make sure it mentioned, because they just do not love Harry and Meghan. They were woefully disappointed, though, because this new Polo show basically had very, very little Harry in it.
Yeah.
And they wanted more Harry in it.
I mean, not
People
surprising.
are using the words tacky a lot and disappointed, and I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing about that sounded interesting to me in the first place. So, I mean, but I'm not maybe the audience. I don't know.
But
Polo?
who is the audience?
Well, that's what I mean. I'm trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Not us, because we didn't watch it.
Nope.
No?
It's kind of just one womp womp after another for those two. I feel like perhaps what they had in their head is not what ended up on the screen.
Yeah.
And I also do think what we talked about is definitely happening. Those two have 100% separated themselves because we're seeing stories about even holiday plans that are not going to necessarily be around each other. And
Interesting.
we're also seeing, I mean, you would think maybe they would use the launch of this show to
Yeah.
piggyback and talk about the launch of Meghan's show. We haven't heard a thing about that one. And I don't know. They really seem like they, again, are separating themselves.
This is really weird because even if you don't have any good ideas, you have resources and you are privileged enough to hire people that would have good ideas for you. So I just kind of think it's like kind of unbelievable that they weren't able to, in so far really do anything.
I think honestly, there was a moment when everybody was like, we'll take any little bit of you that we can take. And, it's not that they willingly or willfully overpromised and underdelivered, but when it came time to deliver, it was like, well, what are we going to do? And people are like, hey, what about all them stories you told us you were going to tell? I mean, I can see where people like Netflix and others were, showing up at their front door ready to just write them a blank check
Yeah.
or cut them a blank check.
Let's not forget, they've had people that have been ahead of their production companies or ahead of their PR that after just a couple of months have been let go. So maybe they've had people with good ideas, but maybe they can't coexist. I don't know.
Maybe have Megan do she's going to judge your wedding type of a thing. You know, make it like a reality show, or she's going to judge bridesmaids' dresses. You know,
I just don't feel
say
like
yes
Megan's
to the
going to
dress. So,
I just don't feel like Megan's up for that.
I don't know. Just make fun of the fact that you and Kate had a dispute about flower girl dresses.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
She's not.
She's not that fun.
I don't feel like she wants to do that. Also, we haven't gotten any jams or jellies yet.
Correct. We need those. Where, by the way, do Harry and Meghan live right now?
Montecito.
Yeah.
And where did the show Suits decide to launch their reboot? Suits LA. Just saying.
You think maybe she's going to end up being in Suits?
I think she should. If
She should.
I don't think she will, but I think she should. We did find out that the star of the, I don't know the Suits people very well. I'm sorry to my wife who loves that show. But the star of the original Suits, he's going to be making like a little 3-episode appearance in Suits LA.
Oh, I see. So he's moved on.
He's going to be a part of it. So we do know some of the characters will have crossover. Whether or not it's in the cards for Meghan.
I mean,
it's to be seen.
See, we know she should do it, but she doesn't think she should.
Because I think the perception would be that she would be beyond that part of her life, but I am just like, why?
Yeah.
Because it's a success that you deserve.
Yeah.
She's beyond the acting part of her life onto the selling jelly part of her life.
That's not.
Wait, why don't you just act in a huge hit show?
Yeah.
And also, you can do jelly.
Sell your jelly on the side. Also, what do you think's going to sell that jelly on the side?
Exactly.
Being on Suits. Come on now.
Come on now.
We'll see. We'll also see about this one. This writer/director can't stand the permanent A-list actor and is going to continue to take every opportunity to trash him whenever he can, whether it's in fiction or in real life.
Ooh.
We've got a writer/director who can't stand a permanent A-list actor and is going to take every opportunity to trash him, whether it's in fiction or in real life.
Is this Taylor Sheridan and Kevin Costner?
Yeah. You're darn right it is.
God, just let it go.
You guys watch the first 3 episodes of Yellowstone?
No.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, we don't watch Yellowstone.
He died.
You can now say it. Yes, we're 3 weeks away. You can say it. I will just say they have. It's not only that, and I'm not going to go spoiling the show, but there's been.
I already did that.
They're telling tales.
There's been little moments and little things where you're just like, oh, you're gonna make his character
Shady.
be like that.
This has happened throughout TV history.
I mean, that's what you get.
Yeah.
It has,
Right? You think you're better than, and then you go off and do your own like trilogy of movies loosely based on the same, world craft that you've been in.
So, I guess Taylor Sheridan, unlike like you said, it's happened plenty.
Because you can say whatever you want about that dead character.
Remember South Park and the chef when the guy left for various reasons, and then all of a sudden, there's been plenty of examples of this. Sometimes the character doesn't have the luxury of dying though, and the character actually lives on and joins cults.
Yeah.
Of some form. So, according to the blind item, Taylor Sheridan continues to not be able to stand Kevin Costner, and he's going to continue to take every shot he can, whether it's in fiction or in real life. Like I said, in the first 3 episodes, which I don't know, I've really enjoyed. But it seems like there's just a couple of shots where you're just like, that's.
You're like, oh, he didn't pay his taxes.
Whoa. Or did you know that he was a philandering drunk?
He swindled someone into living with him just for one particular reason.
Oh, dang.
Because they thought they were in house arrest and they really weren't.
Oh my God. Whoa.
It's interesting. So there you go.
Okay.
You guys got it though.
All right.
I'm happy for you.
I mean, we try. And I think we did a lot better in the second half of this show.
You did. You had one that
we
was.
had one that was the Charlie Hunnam was long.
Let's just remind everybody here at the end of this Blinded by the Item what Blinded by the Item is.
Oh, what a great reminder, Dawn.
This is juicy bits of gossip with the names left out. It's a game show type thing where you get to guess which celebrity we're talking about.
Yeah, and it's based on blinds, which are just a bunch of nonsense on the internet. However, sometimes those bits of nonsense end up coming to pass.
For example, if you heard about Jessica Simpson and her marriage issues with her husband, you first heard about it here on Blinded by the Item when we talked about it in the blind items like 6 weeks ago, and now it's playing out. There's been so many examples of that, including some very disturbing ones.
Yeah,
Excuse
exactly.
Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Do you need a Kleenex?
No, I don't.
Okay. All
So
right.
there you go. And again, it's not all factual. It's for fun. We're playing. We're having
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah, we're not
Absolutely.
the experts, which is why sometimes it takes us 20 minutes to get a very obvious answer that any boob could Google on the interweb.
And I also am not just making these up. These are actually from the deepest, darkest parts of the internet, which my internet provider tells me I need to stop visiting.
Uh-oh.
We are grateful, though, that you risk your presence online, Mike, each and every Monday through Friday. We're on the radio on My Talk, and we're also a podcast wherever you get those. And we have our very own YouTube channel, so you can watch this chaos ensue. Dawn, what's the name of our YouTube channel?
Blinded by the item.
Hot in here.
Yeah.
Blinded by the item.